Hey Imran Web Squadron, I want to talk to you about how you can use social media to help you out a lot more, especially web design agencies, freelancers, or basically anyone in business whatsoever. You probably know that I use Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn quite a lot in terms of social media when I'm putting out updates on what we're doing, what I'm thinking about, or if we've got a new video coming out. But did you know that when you are replying to comments to people, you can actually advertise yourself without forcing the advertisement? So I'm going to talk about LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Let's go to the simplest one, which is Twitter. Now, I'm not talking about an immediate social post whereby, you do a tweet, or on LinkedIn, whatever, you actually do a post and you're advertising your services, something you're working on, stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about commenting, because that's the way of how normally when you comment, you just comment back, right? Yeah, I agree with that. I don't agree with that. Yeah, this is what we use and things like that. What you can do, though, and I'm going to use this example. So George, who is always on our live chats and is a great friend, he's probably going to be thinking, what the heck is going on here? I'm just going to reply to one of his tweets here. Now, normally, you would just put something like this. Big thanks, dude. And you would then hit reply. Well, you can go a step further here. So I'm going to add in a bit of a signature here. Now, I'm just going to do underscore, 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 just to get a line in. Normally, though, I have this saved already in Notepad or somewhere, so I just need to copy and paste it each time. And I would recommend you do that. This is what I've got. It's got a line, it's got my name, website design. I'm not saying web agency or freelance or anything like that. I'm just saying website design. I'm not even putting our company name, Web Squadron, because that's already in the URL. Now, when you do this on Twitter, it will add in an image. I'm actually going to get rid of that because I'm replying, so I don't want it to feel like a forced advertisement. So I've just done that. I'm just going to copy that. And this is what you would then reuse, put it in your notepad or wherever you want. So when I now reply, now, of course, when you do this, you are eating into the amount of characters you can use as a Twitter reply and stuff like that. However, if we now look at this reply that I've done here, you can actually see here that it's now got like a signature. So if anyone ever sees that comment in future, they might go, oh, okay, who is that? I mean, in a way, I've already got it in my Twitter ID as well, and if they went to my Twitter profile, they could click on it and see my details, but I've now got it visually there. That's a really quick tip, really simple thing you could do. Now, if we go to LinkedIn, the same approach works here, but we're going to go a step further. Stay with me on this. So let's say I decide I'm going to reply to a post on it. By the way, don't just do this to any post. Do it to posts that you want to be engaged in, because there might be a conversation or something that follows on. So someone's got a post here about modern websites, WordPress and stuff like that. I'm going to go in and do a comment. And again, like I said, you would normally hit post, but we're not going to do that. I've put in another return, and I'm now going to paste in the same thing we had in the Twitter, which is why I'm saying put it in your notepad or somewhere like that. But we're going to go a step further. I'm just going to make sure that underneath we also add an image. Now, if you go to Canva, I've created an image which is 2,200 pixels wide by 800 pixels high. Let me just show you the size of this, okay? 2,200 wide by 800. You could do a 1,000 by 1,000. It's up to you. If you want to go for a rectangular, a square, or even a circular image, whatever you want to go for, it's up to you. I've just created this with my face, our company name, and some details as well. And I've then downloaded that as a PNG. If we now go back into my LinkedIn over here we have the option for image. I'm going to click that, and I'm now going to pick that image. There we go. That is now an image that is going to be as part of my post. So now let me hit post. And there we go. I mean, you do have the see more option there if you want to read more, but look at that. Again, it feels like there is a bit of advertisement going on there. You are putting in your details, but it doesn't feel as forced as you putting in a big wide-scale image going into there. And this could create further conversation, or if someone likes what you're doing and they want to know more about you, you've literally given them a call to action without them having to go into your profile to get your web address or something like that. So again, we just reused this bit of text. I mean, you could have dash. I go for underline because it just looks nicer, but you could go for dash, 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 or not even have a dash. It's up to you. But it's like adding in a signature into your social media. Now, the last one is Facebook. Now, when you have a page or a group, you want to kind of drive traffic towards your pages or your groups. And the traditional way is to kind of like you create a post and you put a link in. But what if you're replying to someone? So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go over to one of my posts. This is a fake post on my personal page. It's private, so no one can see it. So let's pretend someone does a post, right? And you want to make a comment. You're normally going to click comment, or even you got the box down here and you might say, wonderful news, I love it. Or you might put a bit more like, oh my God, what is going on here? You can add images, you can do what you want. What we're going to do now with Facebook is different to what we did with LinkedIn and Twitter. Instead, we're going to add in a link to our group and a link to our page. Now, I would say pick one. Don't do both because that's a bit annoying. Pick one. So which one are you going to do? I'm going to show you both though, just so you understand. In fact, I'm going to type in group and I'm going to type in page as well, like that. Now, oops, a days, I didn't need to do that. Right, there we go. So for the group one, I'm going to put a link to our group. And this is how easy it is. I'm going to do alpha. As soon as you do alpha, it starts to bring back names of people. But I'm now going to type in the name of our page. I just typed in WE and it's already gone to it. If you want to type in a bit more, you can. But Web Squadron, I'm now going to click that. That will now be a link to our group at the bottom of the post. But what if I have a page? Well, if you do the @ sign again, did I call it alpha earlier? I might have done. I can't remember. I'm talking about the @ sign, right? If I type in web, I only ever get the group, right? I only ever get the group. And if I do space squadron like that, sorry, let me spell it right, Web Squadron, eventually you will get your page as well. So don't worry about the fact it's only showing your groups at the moment. However, if you want to make sure you get to the page straight away or as quick as possible, as soon as you've typed in a bit of the word, go in and then put in a percentage like that. And then the page appears. So if I type in, I don't know if you can see it properly. You probably can't down here. But if I type in the @ sign, web, I see the group. And then after a while, the page might appear. But if I do @web, and then I put in percentage, can you see it there? @web percentage, then I've got my page. And there you go. If I now hit return, okay, if I was to now go, well, if I hover over that, that's the group. If I hover over that, that's the page. So if you imagine this was now a comment and it didn't have the word group and page down, I mean, the word group and page is a bit baloney, right? But if you had that there as a comment, say on a private Facebook, in fact, look, let me do it, right? Let's just do it. Why not, hey? I'm just going to leave. I mean, I've already commented on this post here, but I'm going to do another one. I'm still livid one day on, and I'm going to go down here and I'm now going to pop in our group. In fact, let me just do it properly like that. Web Squadron. So I did the @ sign Web Squadron and there we go. So there's the post and it's got this inbuilt signature, which if anyone wants, they could click that. Because at the moment, if they click my name, it just goes to my personal profile. And then people start going add friend, and I keep going decline, right? Because I don't want to be friends with everyone. If you want to know more about me and web design, go to our group or our page. Now there's a link to the group. And I just think that if you do stuff like this with your Facebook replies, your Twitter replies, your LinkedIn, please do remember, right? We just pasted this in and then I got rid of the image because I don't want to make it feel forced. On LinkedIn, we did the same thing and we added in a image. Even though it was 2,200 wide, look at it. It looks quite nice and succinct there, right? And on the Facebook, we added in a comment and Paul's probably going to be thinking, what the heck's this? I'm still livid. What's he talking about? It's really, really simple. And if you start to do things like this, it can sometimes bring people to you as well. You're not forcing it. Please be clear here. I haven't said, come and get a discount on a website. Yeah, we design websites, blah, blah, blah. I haven't gone into that kind of like sales talk. I'm just letting people know we are here. We exist. We are waiting. I'm Imran, Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.